The Hopi Way. The red race was sent to the east and given guardianship over the earth and knowledge of the plants and the elements. They are the spirit keepers of the earth. The yellow race was sent to the south and given the guardianship of the wind. They are the breath of life. The black race was sent to the west and given guardianship of the waters, the element in native understanding, which rules the nature of our emotions. The white race was sent to the north and given the guardianship of the knowledge of fire. I asked grandfather once why the Hopi are here. There are so many beautiful places. This is so barren and desolate. He turned towards me, and the light shone through those ancient eyes of his as he replied, "We chose this place so that we would not be easily found by those who wandered with no direction, and kill and marauder below. We also chose it here so that our eyes would not be distracted, so that we would always look up to the Creator and remember our purpose here." Grandfather continued, "The Hopi have been looking up so long that all we see is the Creator in everything." The Hopi tell a story of human history that is slightly different from what most Americans are accustomed to hearing in a schoolroom. It is the perception of the Hopi, and also shared by many native tribes here in the Western Hemisphere, that man did cross the land bridge that connected the Americas to Asia. The difference expressed in the Hopi understanding is that they traveled in the opposite direction from America to Asia. Life, as far as the human drama is concerned, began here in the Western Hemisphere. The Kogi Indians of Colombia call themselves the elder brother. They say the white man, who they call the younger brother, was ignorant to the laws of Creator and the ways of respect and service to the earth. The white brother was irreverent to the sacredness of all things and became very arrogant. So, younger brother was sent far away across the waters, where he could develop, grow, and not disturb the delicate balance of nature. We are now aware that the ancient races traveled to and from North and South America, establishing settlements long before the appearance of Columbus. There is a wealth of artifacts to substantiate such movements, from the mounds of the Mississippi-bound builders to the pyramids discovered in Tennessee. The sophistication of such civilizations, retrieved artifacts, and surviving petroglyphs prove that many people, including the Celts, the Egyptians, the Chinese, and the Hebrews, were here thousands of years before Columbus landed on the Caribbean beaches, assuming he had discovered the Western Passage to India. Civilization began here in the Western Hemisphere, this is Hopi, and spread from this place to all the corners of the earth. Some of these original people settled in what is now Arizona and New Mexico. They called themselves the Hopi, meaning the peaceful people. High on the mesa tops, safe from marauders that roamed the valleys below, the Hopi built their ancient cities that survive to this day. The traditional Hopi are the ancient culture who even this day are desperately struggling against the onslaught of modern-day developers who wish to only get the resources from their sacred lands. By now, we have all seen or experienced the incessant drive that seems to be programmed within the very DNA of the descendants of the native European cultures to convert everyone to their particular way of perceiving reality by any means necessary. The Machiavellian doctrine of the end justifies the means is still the order of the day. The Hopi people and their way of life that they are struggling to preserve today are the endowment of an ancient people who came from the original motherland. This rich heritage carries with it a tradition that is well over 12,000 years old, even older than the Hopi's ancient stone tablets, which tell the story. The Hopi were ancient fire keepers of Atlantis. The Hopi tell the story of man's journey from the third world to the present fourth world. The motherland was an island that is now beneath the Pacific Ocean. This first sinking was followed by a second sinking. In the second sinking, the air quoting red land, or what we today call Atlantis, disappeared beneath the great waters to the south, and along with all its people was never seen again. After the motherland disappeared beneath the waters, the third world collapsed. They speak of a time when surviving four races split apart and developed separately. Each of these races had, in its possession, stone tablets that tell of this beginning time, and the time of separation, and of the eventual time of their potential reunion. Each of these stone tablets holds its piece of the message of the original teachings and carries a part of the original instructions from Creator to each specific people. We are coming to the end of the fourth world. It has served its purpose. We have learned all we will learn from this part of the journey. Humankind is making choices now that will affect the future of the human species, as well as their planet. Until now, there was always more time. Time to process, time to figure out our next time to go to the mountain for a few years, time to figure it out the next few hundred lifetimes. Things are a little different this time. We are at the edge of time. Somehow, along our journey, we have come to a place where we always knew we would arrive. A place where time, as we know it, is about to once again become a no thing. Welcome to the alchemical garden of creation. Welcome to the quickening. This is what can be said by the Hopi about the ancient stone tablets. Understand that there is always more to a story. Aho.